Hi there, Caleb Linville here with the Human Music Society. As the tidal wave of AI creativity approaches, to preserve the human creative spirit, I think it will become essential for us to have a deep knowledge and understanding of what precisely that creative spirit is. Well, I'm sure I don't know everything about it. I wanted to take some time to explore some ideas with you all. Here's one idea which I'd like to share with you. The creative spirit is communal. And what I mean by that is humans share their hearts, their souls, their mind, their feelings, uh, their perceptions through art. And it often doesn't even use language. Art is the premonition of the very edge of what can be perceived by humanity. And then from there it goes to the philosophers and the scientists, and then eventually to everybody else. Sort of how new ideas filter through society and change society over time. And these premonitions, they trigger ideas in whoever is interacting with the art, whether that's the audience or someone looking at a painting or reading a book or whatever. Uh, and that forms a conversation. And so what we have is that the artist is now having a conversation with the art perceiver. What's really cool about this conversation is that it actually transcends time. For example, Beethoven's Fifth Symphony and Claude Monet's Water Lilies and Japanese Bridge, they still communicate to our modern world, to our modern audience, thoughts and feelings from the creators themselves. What's really cool though is that in light of our current modern context, we, the audience, in interacting with those classics, create our own premonitions. And so the conversation continues. And what this means is that there is intention behind the creative human spirit, there is intention behind the action of what it means to be creative. And this is something which I don't think is obviously found in AI creativity. Because this intention is costly, it takes time, it takes effort, um, it requires energy, it requires intense focus. And there's a value to this, though the value is hard to pinpoint precisely. There's something valuable about looking at Monet's paintings and knowing that it took Monet a long time to create those paintings, or to listen to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony and know that it took him a very long time to write it, and that it was a struggle and that it was a fight, and that the final product is a result of that struggle. There's something inherently meaningful about this, which I think is lost when you can create a masterpiece by using AI in under 30 seconds. The other aspect of the communal side of the human creative spirit, specifically in music, is that when musicians come together, then what happens is the collective creativity of everyone involved combines and creates something which is greater than any of the individuals involved. An example of this is when I was in college. I went to Luther College, which has a fairly famous music program in the Midwest. And every Christmas they do what's called Christmas at Luther. It's a big Christmas concert where all of the students involved in music perform for 4 days in a row. And it's over 300 students a lot of the time. And my experience with this is when that many individuals come together with one purpose, that is to perform the repertoire well, and to give it all they got in the performance, then it's not about you anymore. It's about the collective creativity of the group. It's about the collective conscience of the group, about what is creative when everybody adds their own unique version of creativity. And that's something which is truly special. And that's something which, though AI may be able to replicate the result of that process, the process itself, AI cannot replicate. And that process itself, I believe, can be felt through music, which is created by real people rather than by AI generators or even by um, virtual libraries, virtual instruments. And then here's another question. If AI creates a symphony, which is a masterpiece, or even a pop song, which is a masterpiece, then who are we as the observers of that creativity? Who are we communicating with? Are we communicating with other humans? Or are we creating with a human mimicking machine? Some food for thought. AI has the ability to potentially enhance human creativity and bring it to a level which we've never seen before. And I hope this happens. I think that'd be a wonderful thing. But I think that AI also has the ability to completely destroy the human creative spirit, leaving nothing left except for us to communicate with a human mimicking machine. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. In particular, I'd love to hear what you think are some unique aspects of the human creative spirit and what makes it different from AI.